People were not as sensitive as people are now. You know? Yeah. And she ain't no diva.
No. Welcome to the welcome to the Posties. Welcome to the Posties. Welcome to the Posties. That's the first time I've ever had backup singers on the Posties podcast. You know what it is? Tell me, bro.
Bro, special backup singers today,
bro. You wish you were me, man.
Posties family, I want to say hello, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being on all of our social media channels. Check those out there in the description. But guys, we got another special guest for you. No, we got two special guests for you guys. But two, guys. Alex, please introduce our guest.
Hello, right now. You're asking who? He's the two. And let me tell you, it's my boy. It's my gals. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever seen the baddest, if you've ever seen the flyest models in the city, then you probably know who I'm talking about. Lindiwe, Tracey. How you guys doing?
Welcome, guys.
What an intro, bro. Not one, but two. My boys, my girls.
Yes. I'm not lie. Every single time I make an intro, it's on the spot, and I just feel like it hits it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, also when you got people that also have that energy, you know, guys, we're bringing you duos, guys.
Period.
When African giants the other time, and I think they're saying we're stepping it up now. I don't know. We're deciding the combo.
You tell us.
You took it to the next level. You took it to the top.
It's nice. But anywho, how you guys doing?
We good.
Yeah. How's your day been?
We good. We beautiful.
Yeah.
We lovely. We are blessed. We stunning.
Yes.
We highly favored.
And we are lucky to have you guys.
Period.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
thank you for having us.
Of course, guys.
Finally.
You guys have been shooting the whole time, shooting up the cities like rock stars.
You guys are also busy. So,
this podcast was a situation.
Guys, it took some time. It took some time because as you know, we got busy girls here. You guys know we're busy guys. But now we can get into the chats, guys. But Alex, I think we need to start with what we're wearing, bro. Because whenever we're twinning, it's for a special occasion.
Is it time?
It's time
for the G.
What's up, G?
Alright, so G time is the single of the show, but we let you put on what you got on. So ladies and gentlemen, Lindiwe, Tracey, what are you guys wearing today? Stop so cute. Ladies first.
You guys are good.
I thought you said you pre-studied. You watched the show, right?
No, but like you guys are dressed.
And yet, who's the one who is
Okay.
So ladies first, what am I wearing? I'm wearing my trusty Odd Different Sangarine.
Yes.
A little, what do you call this?
Bandana.
Little bandana, little shade 1, 2, you know.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Nothing crazy, you know.
It's crazy.
Just a little bit cute. Don't do too much. You know?
Don't scare the people.
You know what I mean?
They need to be able to stay watching
exactly
the whole thing.
It's a calm Wednesday. Che, what you got on, bro?
Guys, I'm just dressed pink pants, a shirt, you know, and just looking humble.
We appreciate the humility. Timber, do you want to introduce what we're wearing?
Yeah, guys, as you know, we love the family at Lazy Stacks. We love the family at Influx. Shout out Uncle Sam. He got us twinning today, guys.
Wow.
I'm silky. Woo! Hey, guys, I just want to be on like a yacht right now.
Are you looking properly?
Yeah. The fabric, guys. Yeah, guys, when that Lazy Stacks, that 2-piece, guys. Unreleased, guys. Got a runway coming for us too, guys. Thanks go for that, but guys, check them out on Instagram, guys. Go to Influx in Woodstock and in town. Exclusives, guys. Special guests. We need to make sure we're also special.
Remember to tell them you got it from you saw it on Posties.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's when you saw it first.
Those 2 pieces, those boys were wearing.
Exactly. That's the one. But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who we're talking to right now, we're probably talking to two of one of the best models in the country, city.
Oh,
they're
wow.
busy, they're active, they're giving you your product. When you see TV and you want to buy that little situation, it's probably because you saw their face.
Yeah, it's insurance.
I
got you covered, bro.
They got you covered.
You got me. But guys, I actually want to start the conversation with you two, guys.
Yes.
How did this duo start? Where did you guys meet? Like, the energy's always been dope when we see
And I
you
said
guys.
before you guys even answer, Tracey's been posting throwbacks.
I'm the throwback queen.
I love it.
She's a friend that's always taking videos. Always, even if you got too late and forgot to even your phone died.
I have footage that I could use.
And I appreciate you so much for
It's
it.
always that friend. It's always that friend with all the evidence.
It's me.
It's all the evidence.
When the birthday comes around, you know,
And my
pictures are being shown.
footage is not even 1 minute, but it's minutes, 30, 20 minutes. Like I
You
have
know your
actual-
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know your friends.
Yeah.
But when did that start though?
Yeah, we
Like,
can.
Our friendship.
oh,
Do you want
you tell the story. I always tell it to you.
Okay. So basically, we met.
Smile.
we-
I was telling you, it's your turn.
Basically, we met at church. I approached her.
Ooh.
So niggas, gents, take notes.
Ooh.
You see what you want. Go
Yeah.
for it.
guys.
Go for it. Whether it's your girl,
Mm.
whether it's a friend,
Mm.
whether it's a job,
Mm.
but more especially if you see your potential wife.
Mm.
Go for her. But this is not my wife, but she's my wife as a friend. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I literally saw her at church. This is how many years ago to me? Like,
You're like
over 10 years ago.
2009, yeah.
Sheesh.
Over 10 years
Yeah.
ago. We've been friends for like over 10 years ago. So literally approached her because I wanted like a nice chilled girl, you know, because I'm a little
Yeah.
So the girlies at church were doing the most. They were naughty.
Mm.
I wanted the girl that is inside the church.
Mm.
During lunch.
The woman of God.
You know, not the ones that are out checking out the boys, they are busy, they're in the
God.
streets when it's lunchtime. She was always inside. I said, that's the one. I saw her, I said, that's the one.
Wow.
Indian daddy is social anxiety.
When I came to her, she was resisting. I said, you're my friend.
Yeah, it's too late for you. It's too late for you.
She was resisting. Every Sunday I would go and sit with her.
Wow.
You cute, yes.
Wow. How long did it take for her to actually like give it?
Maybe like 2-3 Sundays.
Yeah, I think maybe 2-3.
It didn't take too long.
First Sunday she came, said that I'm literally reading my Bible, sitting by myself.
Yeah.
Comes and says, it's just like this.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, hi, hi. It's like, I like your hair. I'm like, thank you.
I'm hearing this. Took a Sunday.
I'm gonna build on this.
Same thing, yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be disturbed because I didn't, at the time I hadn't really started modeling or anything, so I was a very shy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Very
talk to
reserved.
anyone because I don't, you know.
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just.
Yeah, and me, I wanted a different friend, you know?
I get you.
Yeah.
Would you say your personalities like complement each other?
Yeah, but she's paparing now.
Ooh, man.
She
But she's
was
following
always
your
very
way.
paparing, but at the time, she was just very reserved. And you know, you're young.
I
you go
think
through
more
things.
than anything, just public.
Yeah.
Like and my family knows.
Mm.
I'm very loud, very expressive, very vibrant, outgoing in the
Yeah.
house.
I get that one.
You know
I
what I
get
mean?
that one.
Around the people I'm safe. with,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we became friends, then I'm able to open up that personality to her. Our crazies match each other.
Wow.
Just
That's
when we're
beautiful.
outside, I look like I'm the calmer one. But
Yeah.
She.
Do you come with the story on like her side?
With
Or like, what's your
regards to
version of how you guys met? How I met your mother?
Oh, that's the same story.
Your
Same
mother.
story. No, same story. I was chilling at church. For me, I didn't go outside, obviously, just because I had social anxiety
Yeah.
and I preferred to just stay in the house. I mean, not in the house, inside.
In the house of the Lord.
Yeah, in the house of the Lord.
Mm.
Actually, in the house.
In the
I
house.
believe that Lord.
In the house.
That's
The house.
my father's
Yeah.
house.
So I used to stay in the house. Everyone would go play outside, and like none of the other kids would really approach me. And I
Yeah.
used
Because
to
that
go-
half, they're there for noise. They're
And-
there for.
Go for it.
This thing want to go to church. They want to sit Bongse.
Age.
During lunch.
Therefore, manja.
Okay, so-
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, yeah, so I would just be the girl to live inside, and it was I guess she knew what she wanted. I wasn't really looking for a friend. I was fine, but to be honest, a lot of people kept on approaching me that way. I think also when you're just like cute girl sitting by herself. The what is this? The auditorium is almost empty. You're the only one sitting inside. People are like, man.
He's done.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people would come, but she was the only person that I actually ended up being friends with as well. Also, we were the same age. We had similar mindsets, and yada yada.
Things just made sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Are those like one of the things that made her different from everyone else?
I mean, the others were also niggas. So.
Ooh. Coming with a different angle.
Y'all niggas
I love you.
Right.
Right now, my boy, ask Tracey for tips on how to approach Lindiwe. Don't say I didn't put you on. Don't say I didn't put you on. And you might have to go the other way. I don't know if Linda's going to respond to you at the end. You might have to go the other way. I got it.
But like you guys said then when you met, you hadn't started modeling. So now how's it been when it's a thing of like you guys came together like in a very like genuine way, just via like personality and whatnot. And now you guys are growing in this kind of industry together, doing your own thing. Like how's that been like that journey with like kind of merging the friendship with the thing of like, yo, damn, like
We're doing
I'm
the same
seeing
job.
you everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And like,
We are competitors in a way because we do like cast for the same jobs.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, like we've been dreaming of doing a job together, working
Yes.
something.
Yeah, but
Please, Lord, we want to get a job together.
We shot together, but on our own
Yeah.
things.
Right.
We want to get paid to have fun on set.
Yeah.
on
Your
set
bands,
together.
my bands.
It's gonna take it to the top.
Exactly.
When did you get paid? Have you
You know what I
gotten paid yet?
Yeah.
That's your boy. That's
Yeah,
your
but
boy.
then even with that having not happened as yet, we talk about the industry, about working stuff together all the time because we actually moved here together
I was
from
like, oh,
Johannesburg.
yes.
Yeah.
And she started modeling because her mom encouraged her, I encouraged her, and
Yeah.
assisted her to start in the industry.
And she's been
So-
modeling like way longer than me, you know. So she was already in the game,
Yeah.
like way longer than me. And so she kind of also just gave me the blueprints, like, girl, you know,
Like
actually
actually, she
fast
had
forward
cheat
things.
code. That's why it seems like she's been doing it for so long because we used to do America's Next Top Model.
We used to watch. That's where we took the notes, guys. Go back, watch America's Next Top Model.
Apparently,
Like-
Tyra is problematic. Eh?
100%.
No, but she's the right time. But the time,
She's
like,
right.
we need to also consider the time. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yes, true.
people were not as sensitive as people are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like some of the things make sense in the industry then.
Fair enough.
Like
I
the
used to
curve
watch it, man.
situation. Like I definitely would be obese
Yeah.
in that industry
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
But because when you look at the curve models, then they're actually very small.
Let's talk about that. What's the experience like of being a curve model right now? Because like I feel like you're having a good season, and obviously it's spanned over a few years, and I might not have had oversight over all the years.
Yeah.
So like, tell me about that story. Like, how was it like?
I mean, okay, so I've been modeling for what, 2 years
Okay.
now, officially.
Okay.
And I must say that the industry is very like accepting and very open to different shapes and sizes, even within the curve category. And my experience has been good so far. You know, like I haven't experienced any like body shaming or, you know, being made to feel like, you must lose 10 inches around your fingertips, you know, because you're not fitting into the category or the clothes or whatever it is that we are costuming
Wow.
for.
That's
Which
true.
I'm grateful for because my self-esteem hasn't really like taken a hit.
Yeah.
But also I'm not a person that is very like sensitive to, by God's grace, my self-esteem is a little bit higher than
Yeah, you were favorite.
maybe it would have been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
like, what's in it? Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the cheat code you guys were talking about. Like, people always want to know, okay, yo, how do I get into modeling?
Yes.
You're lucky that you had someone with the thing.
Yeah.
So what were some of those cheat code things where it's like, okay, cool, these are tips that you need to know to kind of even make yourself stand out in the industry?
I mean, for example, when we were starting, literally, you know what happened? She had just come back from South Korea. She was teaching English in South Korea for like 4 years. She just came back home.
I heard about that Korean stint.
Yeah. So when she got back, she was like, she's gonna, you know, just figure it out. I'm home now. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. And I was like, bro, you're gorgeous.
Jump
Let's
in.
just model. You know,
Wow.
there's no reason not to. And with regards to the curve situation that we were just talking about now, the acceptance only started like maybe 3, maybe even like 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So now curve girls are fully accepted. But before that, it was still very like my self-esteem took a lot of hits when I like coming up in the modeling industry
Yeah.
because people clients would be whispering behind, you know,
Yeah,
the
I know that
rail when you're busy changing.
I know that one.
You know what I mean? So honestly, it's like by the grace of God that she came and started at the time that she did,
Perfect
because it was
timing.
like perfect fertile soil for her to start. And then in terms of like cheat codes, when she got back, I was with her and we just took Polaroids. And I know exactly what Polaroids needs to look like. I knew exactly how to tell her to pose to make sure she looked perfect. What to wear. I took the photos, I edited them, I did the video introducing her, told her exactly what to say, and made sure basically that when she applied to the agencies, all of them would accept her.
Also, she knew the right agencies to apply to, because I've met I've heard a lot of people like send me messages and whatever, and they ask me like, oh my gosh, how do you know which agency to go to? You know, but she knew which agencies to go to, of course, because she has experience. But then again, I feel like some people just don't Google. They don't like. We have to just say top agencies in, because a lot of people get scammed. I don't know how by like so-called agencies that exist
Like,
that don't
did you-
actually.
did you
You know,
Google?
did you
Or
Google?
Google,
You know,
What kind of scams though? Like how does an agency scam? No,
Like, they make it
Oh, and then it's a thing of like you, but like what
no,
do I
they make
do?
people pay.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they register. There's
Oh.
nothing like that. You should never be.
Exactly.
What are you registering?
Maybe the agency-
Pay you some more money.
Sometimes maybe the agency doesn't have an actual office.
Yeah.
And then you just go based off of word of mouth. I don't know. I don't know if they use what they use to make people.
So like, what should people look out for? Like, just to not get scammed.
I mean, first of all, there's that registration thing.
Yeah.
You never have to register.
You never have to pay.
Yeah,
You never have to
what
pay
are you paying?
upfront.
Yeah, anytime that you join a modeling agency, they will like either set up like Polaroids or a portfolio shoot for you, and then once they sign you, they believe that they can get you jobs. Whatever money they invest in you, they'll take out of your first paycheck once you book something.
Although some agencies will require for you to pay for your But then I feel like in that case, like you'd have to how to see if the agency's legit. Are they registered? Like, is it a registered company? Like, if you are really like not sure, just double check, go check there. What is it? Is it SARS where you check if the
CIPC.
Just check, Google the agency, check if it's registered, and then
You can
go to
also-
the offices.
You can also like go to their website, see maybe
Go to
other
the
models,
website,
get in contact with the
With the
models.
other,
Hey,
yeah.
are you with this agency?
Yeah.
Just use
Use
your
your
common
brain.
sense.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
get
mean?
that one. I
Yeah.
get that one.
On the agency side though, would you guys say, because I know you guys are both signed, would you guys say it's an NB to make it in this kind of industry to be signed by an agency?
It's a what?
And like
what's
It's important
Yeah.
to be signed by an agency.
Yeah.
Like, can you
To
be
make it.
independent?
You can be independent. I think also make it is
Subjective,
you know.
yeah.
So I think ultimately for most models, as much as they do modeling, they also do other things. South Africa isn't really like a model
Fertile ground. for
fertile
like-
ground for modeling where you can just
Yeah.
do modeling all the time,
Yeah.
unless you are a very skinny white girl.
Yes, of
Or
course.
a very skinny white boy who has like
Blue eyes,
that
blue eyes,
look.
yeah,
Yeah,
skinny.
You have to be a specific
Yeah.
type of look that like caters to what they want, which I don't know what it is to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But there are people who aren't signed that are doing well. But a lot of it would be like for street style stuff. If you want to start doing more TVCs or you want to start doing stuff for fashion editorials and stuff for like bigger brands, Mature and CFD, those types of things, then you would have to get an agency because those require like behind the scenes type of stuff.
Process.
Invoices,
Contracts,
exactly.
You need a lawyer
Yes,
to at least handle
exactly.
that.
If you
Yeah.
want to be doing e-com every week and have a consistent model client or like shooting client that you are working with, then you would
Rather
have to-
sign.
Yeah.
But
And
then
I
squeeze
feel like
down.
also like if you want to make more money, because with the stills you don't make as much money as with like TVCs and maybe other clients that you get with the agency. So if you want to make a bigger bag, it's better to be signed with an agency because chances of you getting an ad with like let's say Mercedes just as an independent is very slim, unless maybe you have a large following and you already are an influencer within your whatever, sphere or whatever, then chances are that you can do it independently. But you know.
You also get exposed to the international jobs. In
Exactly,
that,
you get international jobs that you would never get as an independent
crazy.
model. So.
Well, just before we go too far, Lindy, we were talking about your experience a bit, and you were like, hey, your self-esteem took a little bit of a knock in the beginning. And like I can sort of relate to that, you know, the designers behind you saying, hey, your shoulders are too broad.
So you've experienced that as a guy?
I
Because it's very
interesting.
to me. Like it's interesting because I've never like spoken to male models, and hear their experience. Because to me, it looks like it's better to be a male model. Like men don't get as much of a knock.
When you're dealing with designers, that's when you actually get to hear it. Because like they obviously work sample size, etc. And then when you come now, it's like, oh, your arms are a bit too big. I've never heard that one yet. But one day. But like with me, I've heard like, oh, your shoulders are like they're popping out of that thing. Oh, your shoulders like they do. So like there is a bit of that. And then there's also like back in the day where they'll be like, oh, your height. And you're like, that guy short, maybe like your height. You know, the other white guy is short, but he's here. Like your height is a problem though. So it gets a little bit weird. But the question I wanted to ask Lindy was like, tell us a little bit about your experience. Like, how has the industry changed as someone who's a bit more mature in the industry? And like, what are the experiences like then versus what you're experiencing now?
So, to be honest, I don't think that the industry has changed that much. I think, particularly with size, some like curve girls have become like a category on their own now. But I think with the smaller sizes, things are still pretty much the same. I, to be honest, was told still, like maybe 2 weeks ago, that you need to still be a little bit skinnier for you to get international clients, things like that. So it's still the same. I think more than the industry changing, just my mindset has changed. I'm getting older. Just doesn't affect me anymore the way that it used to. My heart also isn't in it like that little girl who was watching Tyra and really wanted to do it so bad. And it was breaking me that I wasn't, no matter what I did, I can't lose this African bum that is stopping me from my goals, you know. Now I'm just at a point where, bro, like, I've been trying for almost 10 years to lose this ass. It's not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have to just kind of accept the work that I can do that to the best of my ability and move on.
10 years? Have you been grafting for 10 years, eh?
2013, that's when I started.
Wow, that's legendary.
No,
that's
congratulations on that.
And have you been in Cape Town since 2013 grafting it?
No. I was in Joburg, but I only came to Cape Town 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been here for ages.
I know.
Part of the furniture, it's beautiful.
Part of the furniture.
I mean, you belong here. What's your next time?
Furniture. Now collecting dust.
Oh, hey. You know the ones that like, we still have the plastic
The ones that
ones.
shine.
You know,
Okay, yeah. The ones your grandmother says don't sit on the couch.
It's for
This
special
one is for
occasions.
special occasions that never come.
Hey.
But I actually wanted to ask your guys' insight with regards to in the modeling industry, because you guys obviously had seen it from the outside, again, watching Tyra and Next Step Model, and then you actually got to be in it quite prominently. Are there any? What's the most shocking thing or surprising thing where you're like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna be like this? You're already smiling, so I know there's something that popped in your head first. So I think you can start Tracey and then Lindiwe can go first.
The most shocking thing for me is how they make you look.
Afterwards, like in the edit.
The makeup.
That
is very shocking to me.
Stories
and my homegirls, I know all the model girlies, they know.
You know
exactly
what I'm
talking about. Literally, there was a model friend, she posted this, and she was looking like a ghost. And she was shooting for like an international brand. She was just looking like a ghost, and it's like, even I can see it through the camera. So can you imagine when you are there face to face, like how she was actually looking? And I'm like, it's just so crazy to me that, like, we just are put in these situations where in your mind, you think, oh, you're a model, you're on sets, you have a makeup artist, you're supposed to look pretty, you're supposed to look beautiful and
like, I can beat myself up.
This is professional, like I'm having like the whole experience, I'm a diva, I'm gonna look like Beyonce, then you come, you're looking like a spooku, and you're like, whoop, and then you must try and go and like kind of fix it, but also like in a way that's not very obvious to show the makeup artist that you're not good at your job.
I've seen a few of those stories on the internet. Like, do you guys find that like you end up fixing your own like makeup and hair? How's the hair experience?
Triggering. So honestly, both of them are the same. Both of them are the same. I think for me I was more sensitive with hair because I had my natural hair and I was growing my natural hair and it literally just got fried. By the time I reached 10-year mark, that's why I cut my hair last year. Because my hair was tired.
Yeah.
It had been through straighteners, it had been through all sorts of things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had been through so many white people who don't really know how to do black hair. Trying to teasing the afro, trying to make it bigger, trying to, you know,
And it's
doing
like,
things. And then I have to go home and deal with this. I have to go home and still be nice for the next shoot.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm your canvas, but then you've now destroyed the canvas, and then I need to go make it a clean blank canvas.
And it's not a canvas you can just take out.
You know, and it's painful.
It's me.
So, yeah, it hasn't been a great experience hair-wise. Even my American friend was here, also had an afro, she was traumatized. In terms of makeup, like now, like I don't even really pretend anymore. I take a bag with me, a makeup bag with me. Once the makeup artist is done, I'm like, thank you very much. And I go to the mirror and I fix it. Because also, if you don't kind of take control of your images, you won't be able to use those images. You're going to hate them because you don't like how they look. You don't have to say anything to them. You can just go to the bathroom, fix your eyebrow a little bit. It can be subtle. It doesn't have to be too great.
You don't have to wipe it off.
Blend wherever they didn't blend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's sad that we have to do this as black girls. But, I mean, I don't know what the alternative is, really.
Because I'm not going to look crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not happening.
That's not happening. Because that's my picture. At the end of the day, it's my picture.
And I lost a lot of images that I just can't use because I look insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then also it's always according to you also, because sometimes you show someone the image and then they're like, oh my gosh, you look so gorgeous, and you're like,
If I can see.
Of progress.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to finish our wigs. Yeah, I had to fight for my
That's
wig.
the worst.
Because I'm like, I bought this is not a cheap wig. Okay? Yes, it's not my hair, but it's not cheap. And I'm not gonna come and choose. Like, hey, please, my sister, please. Sometimes you really just have to talk, but like also it's how you talk. You know, you're not like, don't be a diva. You're like, no, listen, it's fine. I can do it myself. If you do it like this, you're just destroying the hair. But then, like, it's just annoying because it's like you're supposed to know how to do your job as a hairstylist or whatever. I'm pissed at the fact that I have to tell you to not destroy my hair. But anyways.
But yeah, the industry, it really teaches you how to like manage people's egos, how to nicely tell someone,
Those
you know, I would do this like this. Like usually when I'm at home, maybe we could like tie it up instead, or like, you know.
I would just like, you know, put it behind my ears. Did you think this?
Would you wear this? I would say no.
Honesty.
But also it's how, like she said, the ego, how you do it. Because I was on set with some girl and she was just like, she was trying on the clothes and I didn't even know it was her first job, her first gig. And I was just so shook at how she was carrying herself. She was just like, I don't like it. Like her energy was so bad, like so sour. Yeah. And I was like, that's not a cute way to express yourself. You know, you can be disheartened and not like it, but just tell people in a nice way. Like, trust them.
Also introducing yourself to the space. If it's your first time, it's like,
and I didn't know. But she ain't no diva.
No.
She ain't no diva.
It seems like this industry has literally taken you guys through the ringer, and you guys have learned a lot from it. You know, whether it's interpersonal skills, whether it's also just internal confidence. Like, can you guys just like give us maybe a few other things that you feel like you've picked up from the industry and like from modeling as a black woman?
What do you think? Let's see. What have we picked up from modeling as black women?
Are there lessons to learn?
Oh, do you mean like personal lessons or like lessons about the industry?
Let's start with personal.
Okay, I don't know necessarily about personal lessons. I've just learned personally. Just it's made me understand that I need to remove myself from. Like, my work needs to be separate from who I am. Because if I attach myself to this stuff, then it's very easy to get hurt if maybe you don't work for a long period of time. Just have other things that you do that make you happy, that also maybe make you money. If you're studying, continue to study. Don't stop studying. Just because you're modeling. Modeling can still be part-time. You're not going to be a full-time model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just taught me the importance of just doing other things.
Being proactive.
Yes, being
Yeah.
proactive. Like, you know, now my photography, my
Killing it, by the
coding,
way.
my this, my, you know.
Is it coding?
Yeah, I just started just like
Ooh.
learning to code. And it's something I always wanted to do, and I'm a smart girl. I
Yes,
wasn't
ma'am.
using it because I was modeling, and I was like, yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna model for the rest of my life.
Yes.
It gets boring. You know, the things that I want to do are now different. And when I get maybe onto a set and sometimes the person I'm shooting with is just like, you know, they're not doing it the way that I would do it personally. It's not my show.
I wouldn't do it
You know
that
what I
way.
mean?
You heard already.
So you do grow and you gain a lot of things other than the money from being in the industry, you know. So it's a nice space to be in as a creative, and it's inspiring, yeah.
Yeah.
Trey, what would you say?
I would say personally, like on a personal note, I've learned the importance of really building relationship, you know, and just being a good person to people without even trying to fake it, because there are people, like, you think you go on set and you're just going to shoot for whatever, and you just ka. But there are so many things that are happening behind the scenes. For you to get your next job, you find that because of how you were with the people on set, one of the photographers referred you to someone else
Wow.
for another job.
Wow.
It's your network.
You know, it's your network.
Yeah.
I've learned I've always been a good networker. Like, I can talk to people, I'm just chilled, you know, chill vibes. But I've seen the power of that in the industry.
Yeah.
Because literally, one of the jobs that I did, the photographer, after everything, he told me, because I shot with him maybe twice, he was like, Trey, like, I've been putting you forward for this job. And I was like, really?
Shut up,
I was like, really? And then, like, it just came back to me, like, it's really important how you treat people. You know, just be a good person.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be a diva, even if you've been doing this for 15 million years.
Exactly.
You're Naomi Campbell, you know. Just be good. Do your job. Do your job. Don't be asking for extra things. Do your job and actually, like,
And do it
effort.
well,
Yes,
yeah.
put effort in your
Yeah.
craft, because there's some models that are lazy.
Yeah.
Really and truly. Like, let's be honest.
Oh.
And people forget that. People look at this job and they think it's easy. It's actually not easy.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being for real, that's another thing I
That was
learned.
funny.
Like, it's actually not an easy job, because you will be in the sun sometimes. You are in the sun for hours. It's hot.
You're a size 8, you're in a size 6.
Hey,
Woo!
hey, my
It's
sister.
hot. You're wearing a wig, and then you have
Wow.
makeup on, and you're sweating, and they're like, give us.
Yeah.
That's how you haven't
hard.
eaten because you don't want your stomach to be too big for the
Exactly,
shot.
that's
So
why.
you are weak, but you are hard.
But remember, your makeup also looks great, so you're not even feeling beautiful.
You're not even feeling beautiful. Let's
you
say
have
that's
to-
the case. You have to show that I'm having the most amazing
Wow.
time. You have to
Yeah.
give us Naomi. Give us. That sun is.
Oh, my
it's,
goodness.
and then maybe if you're shooting a TVC, you're doing the same thing 5 million times. Your arm is getting tired.
He's doing his traveling, guys.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy, but then just do it. Take it as it's a job. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Do it well.
Yes, ma'am.
But guys,
Yeah.
we're on the
From the live,
posties. Yeah. Oh, we have a question from live audience. Oh, let's
Yeah.
go.
I just wanted to ask, so you guys speak about how you have to, it's advisable to do something else.
So I think it is important to have, like Lindy said, to do other things outside of modeling.
Yeah.
For me, I started doing it because my mom had like told me, hey girl, you know, you should do this. Told my bestie, and she was like,
No.
okay. Told my bestie, and she was like, yeah girl, let's do this. And
Let's go to Cape Town together.
yeah, she was like, let's go to Cape Town. I was like, yeah.
I
And I was like, oh yes, I love challenges.
And
Let's go to Cape Town.
Yes, challenge at
Go to
Cape Town.
Cape Town. Wow.
out.
Just look at us and just see beautiful girls and think,
Yo, yes, rock.
We're talking about strong independent women over here.
My boy.
Guys. Yeah, no, we've gold.
I
We got gold.
think we had one more question from the live.
Oh yes, so let's say you're someone who is like really shy, but people are always telling you like, you're just so beautiful, you should be modeling, you make us.
Is that what people are telling you, girl?
No, it's a friend of mine.
Asking for
I mean, you are beautiful. But anyway.
Do you think that you have to be specifically passionate to do modeling, or
nah. You don't.
It's a job.
It's a job. But you do need to at least practice and work on your shyness because you're gonna be in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you can't perform, they're not gonna book you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So prepare yourself to actually do it if you want to do it. But anyone can do it. Like there's money to be made. You know what I mean?
Why must you stop yourself?
Yeah.
Because
And everyone looks different, man.
Yeah.
There's a look for you out there.
Exactly.
and just because to other people you're ugly,
You are beautiful in the
you're
camera.
beautiful
lives.
to a client. Some clients
Yeah.
find you very
Someone's
attractive.
looking for you.
Someone is looking for you and they're like,
Sometimes they say
you're the one.
interesting characters.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's
Facts,
you.
facts, facts,
That's
facts.
you.
You know what I mean?
Hey, there's castings
Like-
they just ask you to do music. Play
Exactly.
piano.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
For a long time, they didn't like dreads, they didn't like
Yeah.
freckles, they didn't like gaps. Look now.
The time is coming.
They didn't like calves. Look now.
Look now. We're winning.
Exactly.
But
I think it's time.
Yes, sir?
It's time. It's time. I don't even know what I'm saying.
But you're going with it, though.
Perform. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Yes,
the top
sir.
5 is the segment of the show.
Top 5 what?
Top 5, top 5, top 5. Top 5. Don't let Tracey and I did together, man. Ever. Tracey, if I see you at night, I'm running away from you. But yo, so top 5 is the same with the show where Tim and I both ask you, as opposed to choose 5 things that are your favorite in a category. So it'd be like, top 5 TV shows. And you'll be like, oh, I like The Bold and the Beautiful.
I don't like things like
The
this
Restless.
because now.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, you're on the spot.
My
Oh,
side, my side.
Okay.
Okay, Tim, wanna go first?
Yeah. So guys, this one's for both of you guys. You guys can answer separately or together.
So is it 5 collectively?
It can be 5. Depends on you. Maybe you don't like this
So
5.
it's 5 to 10. It's 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Okay.
5 to 10. So guys. Actually, let's get to know you on a different side.
Oh, nice. I like it.
I want to know.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Top 5 guys' favorite dishes to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Lasagna.
jollof.
Yay!
Pap and minatana, that's what we call them. Chicken
What
feet,
is minatana?
walkie-talkies.
Ah,
for those
okay.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mina, I love meat.
I get you.
Fried meat.
Yeah. Ooh, I agree.
Right.
Spaghetti bolognese for me. I mean.
Classic.
And then a recent one also rice and peas with oxtail.
I thought you were about to say rice and beans.
No, rice and peas, the Jamaican version.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just learned how to make that. Damn.
Mina, I like Korean food.
Yeah.
Kimchi. Yeah, let's just say Korean food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Number 2, collective. I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah. No, you're doing your own 5. I'm doing
Okay,
my
my 5 is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I bite the bullet. For pap and mas.
Let's take.
Yeah, no.
My, oh, I think
Oh, yes.
You're a real one. You're a real
Yeah.
one. Okay, you went all the way. I'm dead. Okay, it's
Do you
my
know what you
turn.
said? Everyone else suffers the
I think we all
consequences. Yeah, I
suffer.
think
Alright, great day.
everybody suffers the consequences. I'm gonna go take a shit now. And then the last one, it's very difficult.
There's a lot to
Because
choose
I
from.
do love food. Ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
No dessert, Rihanna.
Nah, my teeth are sensitive.
I'll try
that
them.
one. That's one. Really?
I'll just.
Oscar Tan.
No, Ziti.
Yeah.
I'll just say Ultra Well for now. Because we just came for December. No.
And then literally,
Yeah, no. I love cake.
Which
So
one?
always cheesecake.
But I
Red
have
velvet.
cheesecake, but I have seasons. You know, that's the thing. I have seasons.
What season are we in now?
We are in a gym season, so we are not eating too many sweets, what. So you know, that's why when you said dessert, you threw me off. That's why I said ultra milk.
Iced
That's
coffee.
the last-
Right now, she's iced coffee.
Yo, iced coffee. Yes, is that food?
No.
It is now.
Iced coffee hands
I heard
worldwide.
Lexi takes the top 5.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
So, it's clear to me that you guys have a pretty strong relationship with each other. And I really look up to your relationship. It's super beautiful seeing people who are like, first of all, friends, and secondly, working together, and thirdly, like they love each other and they're growing together. So I look up to that. But my question is now, what do you guys look for, not only in a friendship, but potentially a romantic, or potentially just like people that you have a relationship with? What are those qualities that you look for?
Reciprocation.
Number one.
Please. Reciprocate, please.
Yeah.
Bring same
Really?
energy.
Yeah.
I'm giving you time, give me time. I'm giving you
Effort,
effort,
I
give
need
me, you know,
effort.
like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's very true.
Like reciprocate. Because people don't do that these days, you know?
Yeah.
And you know,
Take
people
people
be
for advantage.
expecting a lot.
Yeah.
And then
giving little.
when I'm giving 80%, you're giving 20, and I suddenly take the 80 to 50, and you're not picking up your slack. It's telling me a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and now the friendship is dwindling.
Ish.
Now you're looking me in the eyes like,
I miss you, friend.
it's you.
Don't let me
It's the way you act.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
You're moving mad.
Problem.
Yeah.
I was killing one.
Now I'm back doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, reciprocation. What else?
Thoughtfulness, you know? Like just be because I try to be a thoughtful person. You know, so I appreciate people who are thoughtful.
Yeah,
And, like,
consideration.
consideration. Like some of my friends, they'll do like things that I need, but I don't ask. But they just know.
They got
And then
you.
I'm like, oh,
So cute.
because, yeah, because I try to be that friend. You know, I don't want to say I
Yeah.
am, but I try to be that friend that's like, okay, I can see my friend is in need here. And sometimes, you know, sometimes your pride, you can't ask. You know? And I mean, I'm a bit of a proud person. A little bit, you know?
You be asking me though.
No, but like there's things that I just cannot, you know. But there's things that obviously it depends on the friendship. Yeah, it depends on the friendship.
Yeah.
But like there's things that it's like, ooh, it's hard to ask. And then when your friend can just hear it in your speech, whatever you're talking about, and they're just like, oh girl,
I get you.
you know,
Yeah.
I got you. And I'm like, oh, you're
Oh.
making me shy.
Oh.
Thanks, friend. I
And
love
also
you.
like just honesty. Like it's nice when you guys can have your fighting moments.
Yeah,
and
'cause we always
disagree.
fight.
Yeah, but then
always
you're-
argue.
like our end goal is the same.
You
You
will-
know, no matter how much we argue, we're gonna be friends still at the end of the
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean? Even if we disagree, and I think it's also nice that we are able to
Disagree.
agree to
Yeah,
disagree.
because it's
It's
normal.
okay, yeah, you know what I mean?
Because we're different people.
But then there's sometimes people that you can't tell them the truth, and once you do tell them the truth,
That's
Now,
a no.
now everything's
Yeah.
done.
That's a no.
Yeah.
or they find it difficult to talk about it, or to acknowledge and then change, or you know things like that. So it's disappointing when a friendship is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that one. I get that one. Is that number 4?
Yeah, that's number
Yes,
4.
yeah.
Or 3, yeah. And then I feel like friends that you can just literally have fun with, you know?
It's
Yeah.
important.
Like
Yeah.
all the time, like in
Yeah.
different spaces, like they just feel comfortable. You can be in a very serious space, but you
Outgoing,
can
like
just be
open
fun
your
with
mind,
them, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that about her. Like she's very, like we can go to different places and she's open to trying things and we can have fun. You know, like actually, let's go, man. Let's
Yeah.
go. All the shit, like actually, come on, let's go. And then she's open
And a
to
big
doing
part
it, you
of
know?
like how our friendship grew is that both of us are very adventurous people,
Yeah.
and we traveled together. We traveled
Yeah.
the world together. We went to Korea.
That's how
the
you test.
Philippines.
They say
Yeah.
that's how you test your friendship. Like if you travel with your friend and you guys come back as friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you know.
What happens with the flight?
No,
The
dude, like,
journey.
there were flights.
And we were fighting on the flights.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping at night.
Yeah.
We were she was forcing me to do her hair in the middle at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then they were traveling with someone else and like
Who was-
having to
Stressful.
like
sometimes.
yeah.
Clutch control.
having to like you know
Balance.
to balance. I'm the middleman, but like I appreciate the fact that you know when we do travel together, like it's fine. It's fun. We don't have that much like, but obviously when there's a third, fourth, you know, that's when things get a little bit tricky. But also
You also learn as a human.
you learn and
You learn
how
to be
deal
more
with
open-minded. You learn that not everyone is gonna have the same mindset.
I'm mad at you. You were very
Not
not so open-minded.
Let me tell you.
I appreciate the fact that you have grown and you have become accepting of.
Wow.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
But also I need
she's grown.
the world
in
to
that
also understand
sense.
that sometimes when other people are not open-minded, it makes it difficult for those of us who are to enjoy ourselves, especially when we're paying money to be here. If you don't want to try the food, that's fine. I'm gonna try the food.
You know what I'm
You know
saying? You know what I'm saying?
So it was I was having
I get
difficulty
that.
with that at the time.
But you've grown from that. Like
Yeah.
now, I feel like you would be like more considerate of the fact that there's a person that's not 100%.
You know, I don't know. No, I feel
It's
like
about that.
You are.
I think yes,
You
but
say
also,
you don't know, but you are.
That's cool. But I know about myself that I've like maybe not less filtered, but I'm more honest. I would probably have a conversation with the person and be like, listen, this is what's happening right now. We're all here to have fun, and every opportunity that we're like coming across, you're making it difficult for us to all enjoy. So how are we gonna fix this? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I've learned how to communicate versus just being like, you know what, you do you. I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's very fair.
You know?
They do say everyone you meet reflects a bit of you to yourself. So
Exactly.
that's interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, everyone's
So now you think about when it didn't. No?
Because I'm thinking, yeah, really?
I mean, like, if you don't like
Everybody
someone, like you're seeing something that you don't like, so that's like you're learning that, hey, I don't like that.
Oh.
If you do like someone, you're like, I like that, you know. And when you look for someone else, or when you were with someone else, you're like, oh, that's that thing that I didn't like that the other person showed me.
So
but it's
because
not about them.
when
it's
you
about
said
what
when it's reflecting a bit of you, I thought you were seeing something in them that is a
Reminds you of
reflection
you.
of you. So you're like, also yeah,
I also don't like eating.
yeah, like I'm also annoying. I'm also annoying me.
Nah, you just, I just feel like it gives you an opportunity to learn more about yourself and like
True.
your
Yeah,
responses and like
Yeah.
things that
It's
as
an
people come up.
experience.
Yeah.
Nice.
New
Yeah.
experience.
No,
100%.
Powerful stuff, powerful conversation, guys. Thank you for
Yeah,
your first
guys.
appearance on Posties.
As
I'm keeping it open.
friends.
It was
Keep it
short.
open.
I'm not
It was
lying.
short. That's why we have to bring them
It was
back,
short,
bruh.
yes, yes,
And when you bring us back, we will be international.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We are international.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We've done like some international campaigns. Just
Yeah.
put
We
it
know.
out there, you know, humbly. But we're
Praise
praising the Lord.
Yeah.
Praising Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Guys, all glory goes to God. Another thing,
Yes.
I want to just finish off. Sunday, I know it's now extra long, but sometimes people ask me like, "Oh my gosh, how has your career blossomed?" You know, because it's
I think
subjective.
it's another very important thing about
Yeah.
our friendship actually.
Yes. Okay, so you're gonna take
No,
that
you-
one.
I think you're finishing off, so just
Okay,
Package.
so my career has blossomed according to people, and it has, you know, by God's grace, because of God. Like, first and foremost, you know what I mean? Like, I always give, and I think it's always very important to give gratitude
Yeah.
to your source, you know? The Lord is the reason that I'm booking whatever jobs I'm booking.
Jesus
Yeah.
These people, Jesus Christ! How much of salvation? Did you guys know that?
Yeah. That's not his guy.
Like, everyone is just a vessel that God is using and is placing in our lives
Yes.
to put us in wherever God wants us, whatever space that God wants us to be. And I'm here and I'm a product of the Lord Jesus.
Amen.
So when you see me on TV, just say thank you, Jesus.
Thank the Lord.
Because that's a
you
blessing for
see
you.
in Jesus.
You're saying Jesus on your
What
side.
is it you think you see? It's the God in me.
Whoa.
It's the God in me.
Okay.
It's the God in me.
Thank you so much for tuning in
It's
to
the God in
Posties.
me.
You're welcome here.
It's the God in me.
Like
I'm looking
and
so
comment
fresh.
on the
I'm looking
video.
so fly.
And you know-
I'm looking so
and you know-
cute. It's the God in me.
Journey continues.
It's the God in me.
Yeah.